What is up, everybody? My name is Parker Ament.
My name is Danny Ferrari.
And we are Excellent Sound. And this is the production segment with two friends. Hopefully, you guys caught the episode with them. It was an amazing podcast episode.
Thanks for having us.
And now we get to get sweaty and talk about some production.
Yes.
And it's a little bit new. I think you guys are the first artists to have a production segment with ProTools.
We don't know anyone in the dance community in ProTools, and it's not by choice. We feel like it's been our calling. We Googled it. We said we Googled it when we were younger. Just like use ProTools.
But we found that with other people too. It's like, what you learn stuff on, then you learned it. And
Yeah.
it's there's stuff you are annoyed about. There's stuff you like about it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like.
So it's our little angry baby.
Yeah.
You can make art with it, and it sounds good, and it's professional.
Yeah, I'm very impressed because I started on Pro Tools and I could not produce in Pro Tools. I could record, I could mix, I could do all that, but for some reason my brain could not.
That's how we feel
do
about
it.
like Ableton and Logic. Like we use Logic for other things, and we've used Ableton for things as well. But it's like just little things are different, so I get so frustrated so quick. But honestly, if you're just starting out, I would say
Don't.
Yeah, just jump into Ableton and do your thing.
Awesome. So tell us about this track, guys.
Cool. This one it just came out. It's called Waiting for You, Two Friends featuring Natalie Jane. And this one is, I know every DJ always says how excited they are about their newest song, but this one is super cool just because it's a little bit of a departure from some of our past songs. I mean, we like to think it still has the Two Friends flavor to it, but tempo-wise and almost like sub-genre-wise, it definitely is a little different. And it was one of those things I remember Matt showing me an early idea for specifically the drop. And
We started on our tour earlier this year.
yeah, and I remember you being not nervous, but you kind of expect. Thank you. That there was like an A and a B version, and one was maybe a little quote unquote safer or more standard of what we might do.
It was kind of like a super fast house, very UK sounding thing.
But then the other option, I think you kind of assumed it would be too left field or weird. But then it was first impression was incredible. Just dude, this is super cool, feels fresh, but does feel like it has, enough of our own flavor to it. And I think we got that reaction from a lot of people too, like our own managers, our own
We had a
people on the
folder. We
road.
sound like both versions.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those, sometimes it's definitely scary to play an unreleased song at a show because no matter what, it's impossible for anyone to know the words. So you're kind of just leaning on is it dancey enough? Are people going to groove to it? And sometimes that doesn't really happen. And this one was cool because from the first time we played it on the road, it was all right, this one, people are liking it and it does kind of stand out a little. So we're excited to dive in and show you some of the
That's awesome.
stuff.
Yeah, what should I do? Should I play a little bit first?
Yeah, play a little bit for
Cool.
it.
All right, I'll play it. How about I'll just play the first verse, hook, drop?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. There's clearly 2 intro lengths. We went for shorter.
I wanna be with you in the nighttime. I wanna feel your touch on my skin. I wanna feel your arms wrapped around me. Don't wanna feel scared to let you in. Wherever you are, you're alive.
Labeled at the top. So
I'll
it's
follow
color-coded.
the stars to wherever you are. 'Cause I'll be waiting for you. 'Cause I do. How you do it. Even when I'm broken, I'll always be in my heart. 'Cause I'll be waiting for you.
Little taste.
Dude.
Yeah, man.
What a fake out,
So
bro.
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Big
Really
fake out, Fake outs are in.
Yeah.
No, dude, we were playing with it for a while and it's such a pop song, but so we wanted a little bit of flavor, but also someone who doesn't listen to dance music would be like, "Oh, I still really like this." So
Yeah.
kind of threaded the needle and we tried, playing with it. But this one was super fun to make. Like, there's some crazy, random stuff happening. The funniest part, I'll unfreeze. So much is frozen just so that my computer cooperates here.
Yeah.
But I remember we were on tour. This is probably February. We had no access to a microphone, no nothing. And so I think like this main sound, where is it? This is the main sound right here. I'll show you how we made it. It's actually hilarious, but so it's kind of like the main thing. I think there's like a lower layer. Yeah, lower layer. A lot of like LFO stuff, but yesterday when I was just like getting a file ready to show this is so insane. You want to hear how bad this sounded?
Of course.
I'm so excited.
I'm trying to figure out if it's a vocal or if it's
Everyone take guesses. I'm gonna take the auto-tune away too.
I'm gonna guess it's a vocal, but I feel like it's
I think it's you.
It's me.
Yeah.
But
Is it?
This is me voice memo without
a
auto-tune.
voice memo.
Yes, straight up. We're in a
Nice.
green room, just like you. I think I did an octave up. You'll see. Without autotune, it sounds horrible. I listened last night.
Waiting for you.
And that's the entire song.
That's so awesome.
So, chuck a little autotune. Basically, it's just like a rough, compression vocal, like little chain thing. Sounds.
Waiting for you.
But then, like, I think we ended up.
That's great.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think we ended up like melodyning it to really create the melody or something. Let's see I'm gonna unfreeze this bad boy, and see
So it
what's happening.
started with that. You cleaned up the vocals, and then somehow made it into like a chord saw synth.
Yeah, I mean, so here we'll take away all these. I think this is just gonna be like a Melodyne stretched out version of this, but we'll find out. Yeah, very bendy,
Yeah. It's got the glide in there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Sick.
Yeah, I guess Melodyne had some fun there. But then, yeah, so let's just add. You got just a lot of,
Nice. Double LFO.
stuff.
By the
The
way,
boys can
that's-
sound design.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fine.
Let's go.
I would say that's relatively rare, though, that it's that much of like a bootleg voice.
Oh, yeah,
memo
usually we'll like
to-
record stuff
yeah.
on,
But
know,
that's, you
SM7 or
gotta
something.
do what you gotta do.
We were gone, and
Yeah.
it adds to the flavor or
Yeah.
whatever.
Dude, when the inspiration hits.
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
right. Yeah, so that was funny how it's just like, it kind of ends up just happening. What we were just talking about Pro Tools, I don't know how it works in Ableton and stuff, but
Yeah.
the worst part is like I have to to get this accurate, like, and line up this, the LFO with this low one right down here, like I have to freeze up to that Pro Q4.
Wow.
And then I have to freeze the LFO tool. And then there's another one after that.
Oh.
Like the vintage verb is good. I can skip that one, but
Yeah.
like to get it all that's the slowest part. I don't know. In Ableton, do you have to like do that?
No.
No.
Freeze it once.
Freeze the whole thing. I mean, I could freeze the whole thing, but it will be slightly different than if I froze it this way. So, you know what I mean?
Oh wait, I'm trying to.
Because both LFO tools are doing
They have to
different
be
rhythms,
exact.
right?
If I can, if I
Oh,
play them
oh.
differently, they will play. They're playing the same rhythm
Yeah.
with all these plugs in front of them. So if I actually don't freeze them in like the same order,
Oh, I
they will
see.
be a little off.
Wow.
So that's been my
Interesting.
biggest thing with Pro Tools. Like, I don't. It might be the same in every dot.
Because you're talking. Are the two LFO tools? Did they have different rhythms and you automate?
No,
it
it's
on and
actually
off?
the same. I think this one right here. It should be the exact same rhythm.
You had to do it twice though because you wanted it to happen stronger because of the reverb and.
It's more if it's literally the timing. So like this Sauce plugin, like a lot of these Metafilter,
Wow.
like huge delay compensation things
Oh,
where
okay.
it's maybe not catching. So basically, to make these LFO tools we in line, I just said we have to
what was
freeze.
the low? What was
we-
the low one? It's you also.
Low is just I think octave down.
I
on
think
the
to
Sauce.
answer your question, we would probably freeze and flatten it, or freeze it and then to keep the old version. So if we wanted to mess
Yeah.
into it, and which would be Command B and essentially makes a track underneath it, and then you have the flattened version, and then we would probably put LFO on it. so that way we have the bounced version of the actual process sound, and
So
then
maybe
we
it
just
is.
have the
So
LFO.
maybe it's the same, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
because that's what this is. That,
but it's more bouncing in place.
Yeah,
It's faster, right? Because that's
Yeah.
like,
that bounce. Well,
yeah.
because there's like the second hook and stuff. But anyways, that it is good with audio and stuff. Like, and it's cool.
Yeah.
I know you can do a lot of that shit with Ableton too.
But wait, okay. So, at what point did you say, "No, I'm going to keep going with this vocal idea"? Because I think that because I can't imagine you. I can't imagine you starting the idea with like, okay, I'm going to start with this vocal and I'm going to turn it into that. I feel
That's
like
a
that
good
kind
question.
of just
So we had
naturally happened,
if
or
the
what?
hook was going into that, I feel like we heard like a melody, and we're like, all right, none of the original vocals like do any of this. So we're like, all right, we gotta like figure it out. And you can try to like with MIDI and like try a million years to get a cool sound, but it's like sometimes more natural and weird if you just like do it yourself.
right? And Matt's good at that. I think when you want to like find the right amount of weirdness, where it still might fit in like a more traditional pop or dance format, but like you don't want it to be so predictable and vanilla. So you kind of find like how do you make this weird enough that it's like
Right.
interesting, but not so weird that all of a sudden it's like hard to digest.
I think what we probably did is we had like this melody. In terms of getting the sound, we were just trying like random
Yeah.
16 stuff, whatever. And then I think that's where it came up. It's like, because that's what it was. We had that lead sound for either. And then we had this like 4 on the floor thing that was like super fast house. And it was cool, but it was a little more like predictable. And then I think this,
yeah,
we
with
you
more
know,
of
try
like a break beat.
more of a breakbeat thing.
Yeah, the drums are sick in this.
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
feels fun.
compliment you guys on it.
Kind of, so once we're like, oh shit, like that feels a little fresher.
Why did you decide 149, not 150?
Yeah.
I think the original song was 149.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So again, we talked about this earlier. I was just like, why fuck it up? You
Yeah.
know?
So the
Just see what
vocals were
happens.
sent to you, the original. So
yeah.
do you
But
guys?
it was like trance is probably not the right word. It was definitely a little more like ethereal.
It was super
Oh.
like, it felt to me very like nostalgic in a cool way, amazing like vibe, but not as current or something,
So when you guys are getting vocals like that, like what are you looking for? Do you like their initial production on it, just like very bare bones, or would you rather just get an acapella just straight up?
We've done it every way.
I mean, yeah, it really has been every way. A lot of it
Cool.
is the two of us writing it ourselves. A lot is the two of us plus maybe one extra writer or someone else, and we all come together.
Yeah.
Sometimes like this one was something that was sent to us, and I think when stuff gets sent to us, I think automatically it's like maybe it's something that we don't. That's like not what we would typically do ourselves. Because
Yeah.
if it was like, let's just do it
do it.
ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think this one was cool because it almost did have that like almost like 90s throwback trancey like Euro
It's just like something we've never really
sick.
done.
vocal.
We're just like, huh.
Then it was like almost like a cool challenge of like, okay, like,
Yeah, and sometimes like there could be like more to a demo, and it's like really great sounds. Like, hey, I have an idea with like this stem or whatever. And sometimes it's like, scrap it all, let's try it. We're like not married to one way or the other. Literally, if we feel like, damn, that's an awesome sound, we'll use it. And if we say like, no, it's not, we'll just like
That's
do
cool.
it.
It's great to know
Yeah.
for all the songwriters out there. If
Yeah.
they want to send some music to two friends.
Please,
You know,
yeah, man, we're always listening.
that's awesome.
But yeah, because we didn't want to because we kind of were going at that breakbeat vibe, it wasn't going to be like that doink bass of like syncopated
Yeah.
thing, So we started playing with it. What is this? This was before Serum 2 came out, so I think everything is Serum 1. But let's unfreeze some bad boys.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard there was like a kind of like a LFO sort of web
think-
bass underneath it.
Yeah, I think that let's just unfreeze it all. This is just a pretty basic sub, I think.
Thanks for getting this set up beforehand, by the way.
Dude, my
Yeah, this
computer
is
would not have cooperated.
yeah, certain
But
files are
no,
like,
I appreciate the.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to knock on it, but sometimes like people are busy, whatever. But I do appreciate the fact that you guys came here. Like I'm gonna
Like-
try to get this to make sure this works right, because sometimes some people have like I don't open this shit up in 10 years.
Oh,
I have no
well,
idea
I had
what this is.
our real
appreciate
file
that.
of this, for like getting ready for like mastering and stuff. It's just like all audio. I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, let me go back. Let me find a couple of things.
Cool.
Okay, so this I think is just the main thing. I think it's just doing like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just quarter note triplets.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
It's nice
boom,
analog
boom.
feel.
Let's see. And this is just getting sidechained to this ghost kick, just doing the kick rhythm.
Awesome.
And then this one I think was more of like that doinky sound, but more of the attack. Let's see. Yeah, simple.
With a
But
little
add,
bit
you
of
know,
decay in there too.
Yeah, cool.
It's a nice layer.
Yeah, man, it helped. This one was funny because like you can just duplicate tracks 100 times and keep making fatter, but we're just like, you know what? It actually like was getting worse every time. We're like, less is more, less is more. This one's dope. This like just a classic.
I mean, that I feel like that's always
Oh yeah, the respace.
Yeah, bring it in.
I was gonna ask you about that.
that's always something we do too, where it's like when Matt's saying less is more, we'll literally do that sometimes. Where it's like, all right, we have all these different layers, different stems, and it's like he's just gonna start muting one at a time, and if it feels like it didn't need that, keep it muted because sometimes just simpler is better.
It's so easy to just like keep adding shit on shit, and it's like almost
Yeah,
like
especially when
annoying.
you have that amazing vocal first
Yeah.
before the production.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
you're like, oh, I got to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
just do less. But it's hard. We're not a do less type. We're like definitely like, okay, I'm gonna try every version, every single sample, every different snare, every different kick, and it's like in the end, it's like, damn, that first one was probably just the one to go with. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta scratch that itch sometimes, and then
Yeah.
you come back and be like, okay, now I can take stuff
All right.
away. I put everything I had the
No,
idea
it's
for.
such a thing.
Yeah.
Like there's such a thing to me. It's like if you don't put sometimes the blood, sweat, tears to hating a song, then you can never love it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know
Yeah.
like what it could have been if you just went with the first thing sometimes. So I'm like, all right, I know the potential was hit. Way back ago, I wasted a lot of time, but
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. But yeah, so then this one, what we did, so then we kind of kept the drum and bass feel, play like a little bit. Kept it going. What's going on here?
The drums also make this feel very fresh too. The drum
Try to,
sample
yeah.
selection.
I think it's a lot of like automation, trying to keep it a little different. Yeah. So like, what is this? I think this definitely was not a loop. I think I just put it all together. But yeah, I bet you there's some automation. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. Let's see.
It's cool that the samples that you pick too. They're very dark, so that the vocals really pop.
Yeah,
you know?
you know, filtering at like the tops off.
And want to just keep the energy going here versus like, you know, so it's at 149. We've had some songs that are similar tempo where it's like definitely more the halftime, more emotional, like slow vibe. And I think this one was one where it's like, all right, let's keep it a little more. It's not really drum and bass, but it kind of has that
It's like
feel.
pop drum and bass, like
Yeah.
almost like if you take like rudimental and like just make it a tiny bit less big on the
Yeah.
production. I don't know,
Yeah.
like make the
Has, like-
snares a little pointier.
Yeah.
It definitely has like a UKG sort
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
but
that
also
too,
like a
for sure.
future
Yeah.
sound to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
for
I
sure.
appreciated that. That's
Yeah.
what made it feel fresh, I think.
Yeah, so we're excited. I mean, cool. Like we're just messing around, playing around. A lot of like this is like all like spring verb, you know?
Yeah.
Weird sounds and stuff. And then for the second drop,
Oh, nice. Do you guys use a lot of stock Pro Tools stuff,
uh,
like the Air and
we use
and-
some Air stuff. I actually love. Let's see. Yeah, it's in my favorites. This filter, we just got so used to it. So this is like the only
I remember
filter.
that.
Yeah, dude.
It's the only
It looks
filter
like so,
we
like,
use.
8-bit, just like
Yeah,
simple.
it's so simple and stuff, but it's nothing like the Ableton stocks. The Ableton stock shit is like next level for sure.
Dude, I still love the default Pro Tools compressor. There's something nice about it.
It's a
You
sexy
can see
compressor.
the knee. Yeah, if
Yeah,
you show
where
it
is she?
you can show
try to
the
remember
knee.
it.
It's really
It's this one.
yeah, Dyne 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one.
I mean, this is
Yeah,
how
I
it's
remember
just
this one too.
something-
Yeah.
Something so nice about
Well, this is it's funny because like when we first started,
I know that does
like
give me like nostalgic.
we were
vibes
making
looking
yeah, we
at
were
it.
making like progressive house and stuff. So like it's all about that pump. Kickstart didn't exist. Like
Yeah.
LFO tool didn't exist. So you literally have to be using pump. And I know people like it, but like back then, especially with like this delay compensation shit, it was like, holy fuck, I cannot get this stupid curve how I
Yeah.
like. You know, it's like, is it the attack? Is it the release? I'm like, is it the knee? And it's just like, dude, it's not even the point. Like,
Right.
but it needed to be like that perfect sound. So I have a love-hate relationship with this guy.
Yeah, and I could be biased because I learned compression with this plugin.
Yeah.
But it's very visual. Like you can
Oh, yeah.
see how the attack works. You could see the knee. You could see like how much
Yeah.
it's being reduced. Like it's such a cool visual compressor.
No, I mean, this is like, it's funny because now you go, I mean, we use them a lot, but like plugins like this to me are like a lot less visually
Yeah.
helpful, you know?
Yeah.
Or like any of them,
That's
they're all the
classic,
same.
too.
Yeah, all of
That's
these are like the
nostalgic
same
for
where
me,
it's
too.
like,
Yeah.
you just see the meter, it's like, okay, you know how much it's reducing, but you don't know like what's happening. So like that's the benefit of like, you know,
Yeah.
this visual display. But do we use this one? Not much anymore. Well, it has a special place in our heart.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so the second drop, we kind of like, it's honestly a lot of the same percussion and everything, but we took like all the instruments. Let's see, like
Yeah, structurally, it's a little.
it's crazy,
It's a little less predictable.
which is
um,
cool.
Yeah, I think it's
for
also,
us.
especially because like coming out of that first drop, the drums keep going, energy stays up, so it's like
It's like the progressive house version of this first drop. I'll play it.
'Cause I'll be waiting for you.
You know, like all the synths stuff.
I love that low note.
Yeah. So it's still like a lot of the same basses. And then I think it goes back to the first drop with extra instruments. Nice. So dope. A lot of weird ass sounds like that. You know?
That's cool.
Yeah, there's so many random. I think we just threw a lot in this file. And honestly, sometimes our files will get super messy because, like, honestly, there are now there's like workspaces in Pro Tools where it's basically a window that you can like audition things easier, but it's not like built in. Maybe there is in 2025. I don't even know. There probably is.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're behind. But like, you still have to go in another window and audition stuff. But usually, yeah, we're going through. You can go through Finder. Sometimes it's fast for me. You know, checking things out and then put it in like, you know, import
Yeah,
audio.
It's
You
it's so crazy to me,
Yeah.
man.
You have
all
to
this
do
shit.
it like that to import a sample.
Once
you choose it?
you can't. No, you can bring it in, but honestly, this is how I'll do it. It's honestly easier because if you're, you know, we're pretty organized. on this
he's very
stuff.
organized with his folders.
So we'll have like most of the time we'll go in this like best folder, which is things just we've collected over the
Right.
years, like
Yeah.
maybe samples from our own songs, some stems and stuff like that. But if I can't find it here, then there's plenty of gigs of other stuff. But you know, it's just kind of know where to try to look for things, and then like let's just say, here, I'll go to the go-tos. So like mid tempo drop, mid tempo verse, mid house drop, house verse. So like these aren't these are more like
Okay, you do it by
new.
like genre. You make little packs. That's
yeah,
good.
and so these are like just literally random kicks from our songs mostly.
that's smart. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
Very cool.
So I could just like, you know, bring them in, whatever. It's not like I'm only using these folders, but
Sure.
yeah, like honestly, Ableton is really good. I think how it's like embedded in there and like super fast.
Yeah.
So this still gives you a. So this is Pro Tool. Like this is essentially you have to open that window and then
I
you're
open that
getting
window and then,
demo.
but
a
at the same
browser.
time, yeah. But then I'm like, you know, I have to copy. I'll get a
Oh,
bunch of
wow.
samples, bring them in. There's better ways now. There's this thing called Workspace, and there's other things that I think are faster. But this is like kind of how we've been doing it.
It's interesting. I mean, the speed of being able to bring in a sample is amazing, but also this could kind of create more thought process behind. Do I really want to bring in this sample?
Such a pain
Is
to get
this-
it.
Yeah,
It's
is
so
this
long
the
to bring
right
it in.
one?
Better be good.
Yeah. But like it's maybe there's more intention behind the choice of
Right.
Very
bringing
positive
it in.
outlook.
You know?
It's a very
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
outlook. You kind of have to guess, you know. And I'm probably not doing things the most efficient way for that. And for loops and stuff, Workspaces is a lot better because it'll audition it
In time?
in time and stuff like that. It's kind of like Splice Bridge, but Splice Bridge doesn't work with Pro Tools, so you have to open
Weird.
up Ableton,
So wait,
put your tempo in.
Wait, they fixed that. That
Did
is,
they?
They just fixed Splice in Pro Tools. Now.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is news.
Yeah.
does when you're looking for a loop
Yeah.
and you find it, and let's say you're like, I like this loop, but obviously before this workspace thing that you're talking about, so you're not going to hear it in the same tempo.
So let's
So
just
you
grab
just-
a loop. Yeah.
You drag it in, and does it fix it for you, or do you have to kind of fix it from there?
There's a million ways to go about it. Let's see. All right. So this is 100. So I guess the song's at 149. Sometimes it's, I mean, the elastic audio and stuff is pretty damn good. Like, you can choose the right algorithms, like over here. Honestly, at this point, Elastic Pro is probably better than all of these.
Oh, okay,
Um,
so this is like Complex Pro. This would be similar
Exactly.
to
It's the
Ableton.
equivalent
Oh,
of
that's
that.
Synaptique.
Yep. Exactly. So they got that like on the,
That's
I
great.
don't know, 2022 version. And it's like, that's a game changer.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
it's
killer.
way better than some of these others. Xform is sometimes great, but it's real time. So like,
Do you guys remember
takes forever.
Serato Pitch in Time?
well, that
Yeah,
one's
I used
that one's
to.
kind of goated,
Yeah.
I think. Like, I only had the free trial, but it's like $1,000.
I know. It's
$1,000.
I think it's literally
$900.
$950 or something.
Is it that
insane.
good?
I mean,
at the
it's-
time, it was amazing.
Yeah. For Pro
Okay, wait,
Tools.
hold on a second. Before you guys had this polyphonic, what
Yeah.
did you do before?
No,
then?
you always had polyphonic.
That was
and
always
stuff.
there.
That was
so,
always
the
there.
so
default.
you could stretch audio and put
Yeah,
it back.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So what I would do is first I would do conform to tempo, and it looks,
Okay.
it got it right.
Oh.
So it knew that it was 100, but sometimes it doesn't. And it's like clearly not on the grid. So you'd go Elastic Properties, type in the tempo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And if you
Um,
didn't, you'd have to kind of figure it out from there. You couldn't like stretch it and like
You
kind
can
of squeeze
oh,
it together.
you can do it all. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Shift Command Drag.
you know I could warp the shit out
This
of this
doesn't
bad
seem that
boy.
bad to me.
Yeah. So you can go crazy if you want, and for vocals, like this is huge. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah. It's like Melodyne, but different.
We're warping.
Yeah.
Now we're
We're
warping.
warping.
We warping, baby. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do a lot. We don't even know like what you can do. in
Right.
Ableton.
Sometimes you don't know what you're missing. Until,
Yeah.
You know.
You know.
Okay, so like I think like I don't want to go down like I don't mean to make this a Pro Tools
No, it's
tutorial,
fine.
but I think I think what I'm realizing is it's not as crazy as it's still an arrangement video.
I mean-
sorry, view. You're still dragging
Yeah.
in samples like we would in Ableton.
So like,
it's not really that
I
much
guess
different.
my biggest thing is like, okay, what's so scary about MIDI?
Yes. Okay. So this is.
Oh,
so I noticed
I will
you
tell
have
you.
no MIDI tracks. Everything's bounced to audio, right?
No, there's MIDI.
There's
There's MIDI. The only reason why is because this file was fat.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, like this is an instrument track, you know. So like,
This is what scares me.
is this way scarier than Ableton to you?
Yes.
no,
yes.
that looks the same to as Ableton.
It's a
Oh, wait, why is it
separate
over
window.
there?
This is
It's
less-
another.
I guess we're just.
I'm just
but
used to
this.
this.
Is like a
Yeah.
comforting
Ableton
screen.
scares me because the notes are too thin.
But wait, why is it over there on the right, not the beginning of the left of it? Where's the clip start?
I can make the clips. I think I did it off grid, but
Whoa.
which part?
Okay, that is scary.
There's two windows.
Open it again.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's
There's two windows.
What's the
Aren't-
second one? What's the
aren't
first
there
window?
Two windows for
This
like
is like-
Ableton too.
Yeah, but it's like
It's like
within the
underneath.
bottom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you can do that too. You have that with like some of the stuff down here. I mean, you could go like this, but like
Yeah,
that
that's
stresses the shit out of
This
me.
is so
that's
funny.
that's what I figured out, and I was like,
Oh, I don't like this at all.
that's how I liked it.
oh
Yeah.
shit.
That's what I did.
drawing
though.
it in.
No, my problem was I couldn't get a MIDI controller to work to save my life in Pro Tools. Did you guys figure that out
Yeah,
yet?
yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not so bad. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We
It's a
prefer
piano
just
roll.
looking
We have
at
the same
clips
thing
and
in
then
Ableton.
jump in and
And
know,
you make
do
a
your thing.
clip. You make a MIDI clip. It's the same thing in Ableton.
It's the same. So, it's funny because they have gotten so much better. Like now, especially we're 2023, but they have 2025. Like now they have a lot of the stuff that Ableton has, like MIDI effects and stuff, where it's like messing with the MIDI before it hits the instrument plugins. So they have that and stuff now, but it's probably like learning from Ableton. I assume like everyone is avid's like,
Yeah.
all right, if we ever want these kids who are like just jumping into it now, you got to like make MIDI and everything great. So they've been like, trying, I think.
So, okay, wait, I got a Pro Tools question because I've been out of the Pro Tools game for a little bit. Is there a quick way to copy all of the plugins from one track to another track?
So, yes, let's do that.
Can you show me? Because
I don't know what quick is. You tell me.
Okay,
This is how I would do it. If I had like 10 things,
yeah,
I'm going to just fuck this all up, but that's cool. So what I would do is save track preset. I'm going to put this in a folder that never needs to be seen again. I actually have a folder for this, random song stemming.
nice.
It's a channel strip.
Yeah. Hello. And then you could, obviously choose if you want the actual audio or MIDI or whatever, but not. So then what I could do is for these two, you go to recall, go find that bad boy, and go to hello.
Okay, so in Ableton,
Dude.
we have this thing called Command D, and it just duplicates the track.
Well, no, I could duplicate
You just
the track.
copy paste it.
I could duplicate the track, but I thought you said you already have the plugins. Like,
Yeah.
so that's duplicated.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
maybe I
that was-
misunderstood the question.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bad.
You just wanted the plugins to move.
Exactly.
So that happens all the time. Like,
I love
you know,
this.
Yeah, so-
and then it's there forever.
Wow, we're
there.
a
You can
good,
just bring it up.
salesman.
You guys are sick.
Yeah.
I come in, bro.
Because
Fuck
I
yeah.
would always just like option drag all
well,
of them in order.
to be honest, if there's like 4 tracks,
Yeah.
I'll option drag.
Okay.
But
okay.
if there's like 10, or if like we were talking in the beginning, like stemming like a song.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, if you have like well, first of all, if you're like bus compression, it's like really depends on the other tracks, you're screwed already. But let's just say you have like a group and none of the plugins on top of the group really need to be played with the other tracks. There's not like a compressor or something, more of like a EQ or something.
Yeah.
Like there you can like mass put a lot of things on
Okay.
tracks.
Yeah, totally.
But usually I don't do that unless you need to.
Do you label your guys' buses or are they numbers?
In terms of like sends or in terms of
Sends, yeah.
Sends, we'll go to the vocals. They're all frozen, but we have like templates and stuff.
So sick.
They're all, verb, thrown, pitch, plate verb, short verb, delay long, medium, short. So yeah, these are all.
So yeah, you label
yeah, all
them.
these are
Nice.
amp, verb, throw.
I hate
yeah.
the numbers.
Well, numbers.
You
Is
gotta
like, how the hell do you
figure
even know
out-
what it is?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, like we've kind of like when we're starting a track. I mean, this is all Natalie's vocals we cut. So like, this is what I'm soloing. Doesn't matter because it's all frozen up here. But yeah, like we just kind of have our templates and like we'll mess around with it. And I think these templates just came from like so long ago. No one made them. Like we made
Yeah.
it just like slightly tweak. I'm like, oh, this song vocal editing was better than the last one. Save over.
Hell yeah.
So stuff like that, But everyone does it. And there's always new plugins that we're like adding to the change, just adding shit to shit. But
So
you know how
cool,
it is.
man.
Yeah,
So are you
man.
guys starting in a blank session every time, or you have a template? Is that what you're saying? There's a
We
template.
start a blank session. More
Okay.
so like, for example, these were probably 2 sessions. There's probably like a vocal session and a production session. For this, for like the vocal section, we probably brought in, let's see if it cooperates. So like, we probably just brought in like a template, like it'll be really simple, but so vocals. Okay, what do we got? So this is like background vocals. It'll probably be different
Oh,
chains for
cool.
like harmonies, doubles, buses, and it's a couple tracks you can record onto. Lead vox chain with effects. So that'll be like a blank lead vox with like, a chain the chain
Okay.
above with like, some parallel compression, all this stuff, and then a bunch of those sends. Which makes it faster rather than trying to like
Dude,
redo
for
it every
sure.
time. And you can, change the levels and everything, but it's a good starting point and good for cutting and stuff for us. But yeah, there's a lot of shit in here for sure.
That's so sick, man.
We on fire.
So yeah, we have a little bit more time.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Would it be cool to see your guys' vocal chain?
Of
I would
course.
love to see like your guys' thought process behind.
Yeah.
Because
Let's,
this sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Thanks,
your
man.
vocals sound so
Vocal
Thank you,
pro,
production
man.
sounds insane.
Let's unfreeze some stuff. This is an absolute mess of stuff.
I don't know if you can get this good sounding vocals in Ableton.
Even with
there's
there's something about Pro Tools with,
yes.
with vocals.
There's a
It's
Pro
just-
Tools like Algo for sure
That's
that
something-
makes it
something's
sound really
happening.
good. Yeah.
So I'll be careful. I don't have my UAD plugged, so if I unfreeze this bad boy, things are gonna be unhappy. But what I could do is unfreeze the main one right here.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
just tell
yeah.
us too. I mean, we
Yeah.
know, most of
What
the
we
people
got?
know.
Yeah. So this is like, let's see. Here's just like lead dry. This track in particular was an absolute pain because there's so much pumping
Yeah.
on the vocal. And
Yeah.
like what I was saying before, look at this. There's like 4 kickstarts on it.
Wow.
Different like different like
Different
percentages
shapes,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Dude.
So this was a disaster because you end up having to get it all on time and perfect. You have to end up freezing everything.
Yeah.
And freezing that took like, a long time. But basically, let's listen. I'll mute that. This is lead dry, lead effects right here, but this should be dry.
I wanna be with you in the nighttime. I wanna feel
So
your touch.
I
on
think
my skin.
this was cut in our studio. So we have like a manly, like super crispy,
Yeah.
Hell
great
yeah.
vibe. Little vocal rider.
She's great. She came
She's
over.
awesome.
She
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 knocked it
sounds
out.
pro as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always love when like
Yeah.
someone just kind of
Little tune. Yeah.
they come correct. You know,
Yeah.
They don't have
Yeah.
to disguise
Vocal
things,
Rider
yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah. So it goes right here. This particular one is auto tune, EQ, a gate, lead vox going to this one, lead vox aux, vocal rider, a little EQ, 2A, so good.
Nice.
LA 2A. I mean, we've had this on our vocal chain forever. This one's been cool too. It's a lot of UAD, and I've been trying to move a little further away from UAD because
Really?
it's just so inconvenient if you don't have like your interface. So
Yeah.
Have you, not
know.
used the native software?
So they have the Spark, the X thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we own all the plugins in that version. So I think it's like a
right.
separate ownership
you have
thing.
to
you
buy
have
it.
to pay monthly for it too.
Yeah.
So, you get to,
So like we have a couple of them, but
Sure.
Yeah. Then this glue is doing a lot. It's like the heavy compression, I think. Right. DS, another EQ. This is like the shine. I love.
Oh, I
like
love
all,
that too.
There's 10 versions of them. Waves. All these ones make it, and they're just to
The
me. It's like
UAD
the-
one is so
yeah.
sick.
This is the UAD one. It's
everyone
awesome.
loves the pole tech.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like
So you use that for top
shine.
end air for vocals and stuff.
Mostly top end,
Okay.
yeah. It might actually, if I just pull it over, I'll just have a blank track. It'll probably, I think it just won't work. It'll actually
Yeah.
just show you the settings and everything. But yeah, like this has like been the meat of it forever. Yeah, exactly.
You know, who used it a lot was F word Basie.
Yeah.
He put Poltex on everything.
Yeah.
It just
I was
adds
like-
this thing of
like
like
si-
this
yeah.
high end of like, I don't know, something dope.
It's really
like
nice.
it a lot. And then
The bell curves are really nice.
it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're saying so like in your guys' because I've messed around. I've never got it with the whole Poltec thing, and obviously
Yeah.
it's legendary. So you're using it as like a coloration, and in your mind, whenever you're gonna put a Poltec on something, you're trying to bring out the extra air out of it, like not like
either
Slate's
the extra
air.
air or you know what it is? It's almost like if you don't know what to do, but you want to like boost that air, it just feels better doing it with this than like a Pro Q4. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's just something about it that like feels a little, maybe it's like a tiny bit of color and
Sure.
saturation or whatever. But like, for example, this boost, like it does like what a lot of other plugins do, but I just like the sound
But
of
it's
it.
specifically that area that
That
you really
area
are
is-
always like.
that's kinda
we
where
need
we're
this area
going.
boosted. Let's get the Poltec.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could take stuff away like this. The boost down here is cool if you like attenuate it down. It's like it's honestly there's no display at all. It's all like
Yeah.
a magic
Yeah.
trick.
Yeah.
So you'd never really know. But yeah, that's like a good starting
Okay.
space. And if it's too sharp, like it's too sharp, you play with it. But then this is going to. So this is getting sent to parallel compressor. This glue is probably getting minus insane amount of reduction, and then it's also going to here. This is overkill. It looks like there's a lot of shit going on. I think this was like some EQ thing. This is an awesome plugin, Gem Dopamine. I feel like-
Oh,
Oh, I've heard of
yeah.
this plugin.
I don't even know who put me onto it, but like we've been using it on a lot of stuff. It's like kind of a compressor, a magical weird compressor. Clearly, there's the dry, so you keep the dry, and then you could like choose how much of the wet. I don't.
It's for the shine.
It
Right?
almost reminds me of OTT without like pushing the high end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does it give you artifacts? Like, OTT is like overly.
It's not that.
It's,
no,
it's a cleaner.
It's
like,
way cleaner than that. Yeah. OTT, you got to like turn it way down. And then fresh air, soothe. I mean, this is just way overkill. But I think because we had a demo vocal on this, we were trying to recreate a magic that was hard to get. And that's just like hard to do sometimes. When you're really starting from scratch and nothing to compare it to, you can do less, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, and then usually we would never have like a micro shift on this lead vocal. I think it was we were trying to compare it something to this demo. And then I mean these are just this like amp send. I think we can already see like sometimes it's an exciter, sometimes it's this UAD plug, but it's just like basically a insane distortion.
Yeah.
Put it like, what is it? It's at minus 30 dB, but like it just almost adds this like little grit.
Yeah,
It's been cool. Verb throw, probably automated somewhere.
You could tell you guys know vocal. I mean, this is not what people in Ableton do with their like. You guys, this is the advantage I think to people that do come from like the Pro Tools world, like and in the pop world. It's like, I know if somebody opened up a Taylor Swift session and you looked at the vocal chain, it would be this type of crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean,
that you
some of
guys
those
are doing.
pop guys are insane. Like you listen back to the acapellas and I'm like, holy shit, how do you do that? Like,
Yeah, but I feel like you're good at. I feel like
I'm saying this is like impressive.
we try. It's
Whenever
all
we get a chance to work with any of these type of people that crush vocal production, I feel like you're always good at like asking for their change or
or like you want to.
tips
I mean,
and-
whenever someone sends us a session and there's like vocals, I'm like fascinated, like of how people organize it or the plugins they use and stuff. It's like, oh shit, that sounds really good. Maybe I got to start using that or whatever it is. You can get overwhelmed really quick. In the end, it probably will be the 2% difference that no one knows.
Yeah.
But
well, even with that, like the thing you were just saying that was minus 30 dB. It's like if you said
Tiny bit of
two
distortion, yeah.
bounces, there's no way I'm going to tell you like tune
Right.
it back a little. But like
Now you
that's
will.
why
It's
that's what
vibe,
makes
dude.
it.
Well, like
Yeah.
So sick.
just as an example, like I find this really cool. Is like, especially because like, we're like a very heavy sound design channel, but like there's so much sound design and different genres, like even like for you guys coming from like kind of like more of a pop EDM world, like there's so much sound design that you guys are doing in this with you doing your own voice and making a
for sure.
lead. And then just with the vocal processing, I know myself and a lot of like guys that are like more like bass guys, it's like, bro, when there's a vocal, we're throwing OTT on it, we're throwing some saturation EQ, and we're like, it's done. And it's like, no, like, if you want to get like really good vocals, like you got to do this type of work,
Right.
that type of sound design. So I think it's cool to be able to kind of showcase.
I mean,
that you
it's
guys have the
interesting.
ability
Like
to
on
do
the
that.
flip side, like it's funny because we like a lot of our sets, a lot of our big booty mixes, like we like love harder music, which is interesting because maybe we'll like produce a little bit in terms of like the intros of big booty mixes or stuff like that, and we're like, there really is like a lot of overlap in the sense of like techniques and things you do, and almost there in my observation, like for dance pop stuff, it's like you have to like be so specific, because if you just like layer things on things on things, it ends up being just a mess. So you have to like, it's almost like getting the right sound once after trying 100 things rather than layering 100 things. And that's hard.
Definitely.
I think, at least for us, it's like sometimes it's a lot easier for me to just be like, all right, let's just get this bus, duplicate the MIDI 50 times and like get this sound thick as hell. And then I think on the bass side, it's like you can get a generic sound very quickly, but to like get something that like feels fresh, especially to the seasoned listener, that's what takes time. You know what I mean?
It's just funny.
for
We
sure.
spend our time like mostly just on the basses. That's what I'm saying is like I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah,
I shouldn't
yeah,
speak
yeah.
for the whole bass community.
Yeah,
or anything.
yeah.
And not that you guys aren't into that. Obviously, you guys are a big part of the EDM community, so you get it. But I just think it's funny. It's like we spend so much time on like a crazy bass trying to get that little extra 2%, but yet when it comes to vocals, it's like let's just throw an OTT limiter and all this like just stock bullshit that we just know will work, but it's not that extra effort that you're putting into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool.
There's every different process
Sure.
is cool, like, and that's why it's cool working with other people and seeing how people are doing it. Or even like if people send Pro Tool sessions, like honestly, we'll set aside time. I'm like, all right, I need to study this file because I'm just like interested like how someone else goes about it. That's like probably the best way to learn, I think.
The flip side of it too is like, as deep as you want to dive technically, you also need to realize, like we used to call it like the roommate test, which is like, I lived with a guy who doesn't know anything about music, to put it frankly.
His top artist for like 15 years in a row on Spotify. He definitely doesn't even have a music streaming service.
No, you would use Pandora.
Pandora,
And
okay.
you'd use Young Jeezy.
Young Jeezy.
That's what you need.
And so like, we
guy
try to,
with Pandora.
we would call it the roommate test of like, make sure that if you just spend a 10-hour day doing things like, if he's not going to notice any of those things, how important is that? And like,
You got to make a bigger
there's
change
the
or
balance.
something.
There's a balance. You need, you want it to be super crispy and clean and technically feeling great. But like at the end of the day, especially like, I feel like in today's music world with even shorter attention spans and everything, it's like, make sure you're also checking off, the big picture boxes.
Yeah. We
So,
all get obsessed with that. It's like, who are we trying to impress?
Right.
Other producers or people that listen to our music on Pandora?
And sometimes it'll be like, he'll send me something and it'll be like, do you prefer this or the last bounce? And like, I always feel a little guilty sometimes. I'm like, dude, like, I don't know. Like,
I don't hear a
I don't
difference.
mean to like diminish
All the work
worked
you've done
hard,
today.
but I either like, I can't tell or I can tell, but I don't
But that
care.
tells me all I need to
And it's
know.
like-
You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
all right, either this song is like basically already there and I'm just messing with it, or there's a drastic change is
Yeah.
needed. You know,
Yeah.
that's hard to do as producers. You want to make sure you're trying everything to like get a song as good as it can be, and I think the biggest skill, the best producers, is not the technical ability. It's knowing when like this is as good as it can
Yeah.
be. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
something we're like working towards always. But like, you listen to a Calvin Harris song, like especially some of the older Calvin Harris where it was even simpler. It's like, it's insane how few sounds are going on
Yeah.
that just work perfectly together.
I
Yeah.
know. I always think about that. I'm like, wait, did you pull stuff back, or are you just one of those persons that
Chooses the right thing right
Yeah,
away. It's
yeah.
like, no way.
did you or is it like this almost like an idiot savant? You know what I mean? Where you're like, you thought
I
that
would-
that was fine, and
My
it
Yeah.
was.
guess,
Yeah.
not that I know anything. My guess would be it's pulling stuff back.
Yeah.
It's like
he's got to.
I mean,
was
I feel
playing
like he was
everything,
so
right?
early in the
Yeah.
game. He was so early in the game. Like, if you listen to a song like, I mean, this isn't one of his earliest songs, but like, How Deep Is Your Love? There is literally very simple but great drums. There is an awesome vocal chop, and there's like a piano and like a pad, and that's like all it is. But it's like, to get there, for me personally, how we would get there is like, oh my God, we tried every kick sample in the world, every single pad sound, different type, like how sidechain does it have to be? Like everything. And it's like, maybe you just hear it once and it's like, okay, wait, just stop. That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
And like, you have to like work towards getting it. It's hard.
Or you know what it could be also is you do it so many times that the attachment to it of it needing to be the best that it possibly can be is like gone. So it's just like, oh yeah, okay, this is done. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next
Yeah.
one. And then that way it's like, because I definitely have noticed that, like with some things where it's like you focus 10 extra hours for that maybe you think is a 1%, but like it could actually be ruining it. And reality is like you could have moved on to so many other projects and songs that's like, okay, this one's done, this one's done, this one's done.
It's probably
this one's
something
done.
to say about working fast, because
Yeah.
that like almost unattachment. First of all, you're going to take things less personally.
Yep.
You'll be a little more like even with your, I don't know, with listening to your songs. But you just kind of like move on, and then like a week later you'll actually hear it and be like, oh, this is what's up and this is what's not. Sometimes we'll do this thing and it's like, and we're getting more and more knowledgeable about ourselves and our bodies.
Yeah.
But like, like if we've been like working on a song like from 9 a.m. and it's like 7:30 p.m. and I'm like, all right, I've been tinkering with the same thing like for literally like 6 hours. If I just shut it off and then like listen back in 3 days, I could do all that work in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You could just hear it and be like, oh wait, this is it.
Yeah.
Knowing when to stop and come back. It's
Crazy.
Big
That's
skill.
crazy, man.
We're not there yet, but we're working on it.
But you're aware of it. That's
We're aware.
important.
Yeah.
I really do feel like that's important of being like, all right, like I bet you there is the skill in being able to walk away.
Yeah.
Like that is the skill that maybe Calvin Harris has. Like
Yeah.
I'm taking a break from this.
Or
and I'll
Rick
come back.
Rubin. They know I think when something's not there and then when something's there. And just from that binary yes or no,
Yeah.
every decision is kind of that, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I like
think
that, I
also
don't like that.
A lot of peers nowadays, at least from what I hear, is like they do a good job of knowing in like a session. They know in like the first hour if like it's gonna, no matter what you do with all the details, it's like it either was meant to be or it wasn't meant to be.
For sure.
So I think that's something too, is like sometimes because you feel like you were working so hard to get it right and you want so badly for it to work, but sometimes it was just like there's nothing you could do to turn this into, a hit.
Yeah.
Or
Hard to know.
vice
Yeah.
versa, where it's like something that, it was just simple and you kind of had that spark right away, and it's like, okay, now you do your best to like get all the details, finish it up, but make sure you like remember what it felt like on the day one. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, definitely.
So sometimes I feel like with you too, I have to like remind you, be like, I know you're stressed because you couldn't get over that very specific hump today with this thing you were working on, but like, dude, this is a sick song. Like,
We'll figure it out.
people will
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Less attachment. I really feel like that is like,
Huge.
okay, so
I
it is
agree.
what it is. I'll move on for it. I'll either come back or it'll be done, and that's it. Next
Yeah.
one.
There is a feature in Pro Tools that I want so badly in Ableton, which is tab to transient.
So
Do
that
you
is-
guys use tab to transient at all?
I
Because I feel like we need it in the Ableton community.
okay. Is that what is that even?
Can you
I know it's-
explain what that is for
it-
people
it's
that
somewhere-
don't know?
I've
Because I don't
seen
know
it.
what the
So
fuck
for
that is.
in Pro Tools, you
It's
can
like-
hit tab. I'll show you. It's the it is under the transport window,
Okay.
top left.
Where's my transport guy?
Oh,
okay.
no.
This thing you mean?
No, the other one.
Windows?
Where the
no,
hand
it's,
thing is?
so go to where like the tempo is. It's not in one
Over
of
here.
those
Just
tabs.
Yeah. Oh, this box.
Yeah, and then go to the left. You have
For some
to-
reason, the full screen.
one
is getting
more.
Crazy on it.
Yep, keep going, one more, and then down one.
This.
Yes, tab to transient.
Okay,
Oh wait,
tell
sorry, it's not that one. It's
Okay.
2 over.
This one is like I think it'll play from. It
Yeah,
won't-
the playhead. So it's
Yeah.
the one. Yeah, that one.
This one.
Yeah, tab to transient.
Teach
so,
me something today. Let's
Okay,
go.
so if you click on something and you hit tab, it'll bring your selecting
Holy
to the exact start of the transient.
All right.
So you can
just
cut.
changed the game.
Yeah, so you can cut from the beginning or the end.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you
Wait.
can quickly
You can
get to the end of each
Well, to the
beginning
beginning.
of each transient.
Wait.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So I use that all the time with vocal editing in Pro Tools.
Yo.
So I just hit tab and then goes boom, and then you could hold shift and tab, and it'll select all the way to the next transient.
So if you're trying
And
to
it's, and
select,
it's always accurate. Pretty
It's
much.
always accurate. But when I was doing like metal shit, sometimes it wasn't. So like right there, you see how like the
Yeah, it's not
transient is like a
perfect,
little earlier.
Right.
But it's enough to trust.
This is amazing.
Yeah. So I use that
I've
all
never
the
used
time,
that.
and I miss it in Ableton.
Wow.
If anybody at Ableton is watching this, we need tab.
This is
tab
really
to transient.
sick. I will be using this. I
Yeah.
can see it using in loops or drums you want to chop up, like rather than zooming in and getting like, you know.
Yeah, you don't even have
it
to
is
question
nice
it.
to not have to like find the exact point. It's not going to find Well, it looks like it's going to wherever there's audio. When
Yeah, it
there's-
looks like it's
there's
sometimes a little
infinite or
early,
zero.
yeah.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
there's just a
Little
little
bit
bit of
of-
audio, it's going to go to that.
It feels very Microsoft Word in the best way.
Yeah, right. but yeah, I just wanted to throw that.
I
in
love
there.
that.
There you go.
Okay,
Nice
you
little note.
taught me something today. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on, man. This is like so awesome to have some Pro Tools homies in the studio.
And some pop EDM guys too,
Oh,
man.
my
I mean, it's
God,
cool.
yeah.
Like, I know you guys are in the world too, but it's nice to have some guys that are also able to kind of blend between both worlds of like sick producers and
Hey,
also
we like doing it. You know,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Dude, thanks for having us, guys. This is
Yeah.
great.
Awesome.
So make sure you guys go check out their new single,
Yeah.
which we just showed. Right, it's
Waiting
it's out,
for
right?
you.
Yeah, waiting.
With
For you.
Natalie Jane?
Natalie Jane.
Yeah, banger. We're super stoked on this one.
Yeah, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, comment. Make sure also too you guys check out Two Friends if you haven't.
Yep.
So thank you guys so
Please.
much. We'll see you guys next time.
We'd be delighted to
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.